All praises to the Most High. Let's see. We're gonna do a disclaimer here. Gonna do the disclaimer because we're gonna be using a video. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under this 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. 76. Allowances is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, and teaching. So we want to continue a line of thought that why color matters. Okay? Why does color matter? This is one of the tools that are used by these people in order to stop us or to discredit the teachings of the black Israelites, of the true Israelites, that Christ did not come for everybody. There's a wicked group of people that are posing as the true people of the Most High God, as the chosen people of the Most High God. And we know that they are white supremacists, right? And they come up, one of their tactics is to gaslight you when you try to gather up and change the thinking of the true Israelites. The true Israelites, they are what's the word they use a lot? The Edomites use the word feeble-minded, to describe our thinking. I can use the word mental illness. We are mentally ill. When you don't know your identity, when you don't know who you are, you walking around calling yourself everybody else, you are mentally ill, right? So we know that what we're doing now is trying to reestablish our people into mental wellness. So basically, the groups that are out here teaching the truth, they are delivering the people from mental illness, right? But the world, we can look at the book of the Wisdom of Solomon. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, it tells you that they were going to change the way the people think. They're going to make a new people out of the children of Israel to make them docile so they can keep sinning against the Most High God. That way the white supremacists can keep ruling over the earth. Now, white supremacists is ruling over all the dark nations also, not only the Israelites. They are the border of wickedness. They rule the earth, right? Job 9:24. But now, they have systems set in place. They designed a method to where they would use people according to the thinking of the devil, the spiritual demon Satan. He uses people on the earth because he don't have a body. So he's got to use people on the earth, right? He's got to use people on the earth to do his bidding. So he's the enemy, and he uses the enemy to hold the Israelites down. He's always have. We've been in captivity under every nation under the earth, on the earth, even the dark nations, because God chose one people to be his special people to carry this message inside of them, right? It's a part of their identity. These laws are a part of our identity. It's who we are. He said he's going to write it in our hearts, in our minds. That's the heart. So, but one of the tools and the methods of the devil is to use people to gaslight us, to keep us from bringing the truth out. And one of the ways they have sought to and been pretty successful is to keep our identity hidden, right? Jeremiah 17:4, leaving our culture. Psalms 83, cut us off from being a nation. Deuteronomy, scattering us into all nations, 28:52 or something. Scatter us among all the people. And when we're among all the people, that means we have to assimilate into their culture in order to get along. To get the crumbs from under the master table, General Yohana. And we know you guys don't believe in being sovereign. You don't believe in declaring yourself independent from the jurisdiction of the nation who are occupying you. And I say it ain't nothing but fear. I'm going to do a whole study of all the terms in the Bible that will help us to see what fear really is. What is fear? And who should fear? When is there a good fear and when is there a bad fear? Now, we know the word fear is in the Bible over maybe 100 times. How many of those times does it declare us to fear not the enemy, but because that's doubt in God, but to fear God is trust in God. So we're going to do that study. We're going to probably do 10 at a time, 10 scriptures at a time, and break it down, make it short and sweet. But here, again, what we're going to do is show you in this video, we're going to show you, we're using these brothers' video out of Texas, the battle axe, because they got a good Edomite going here, and we can tell that she's mulatto, right? Why does that matter? Why don't we just look at all the mulatto people, whether, as the Northern Kingdom, they were here, and everybody dark skin was brought here, but the light-skinned people, all 500 million of them, 500 million Northern Kingdom people were here when Columbus got here. When the Spaniards and the French and the Portuguese and the Asians, when they got here, they brought the dark-skinned people, and there was over 500 people looking like these people here, right? There was 500 million of them looking like the man that's reading and the woman that he's reading to, right? That's what they want us to believe. And they said those were just Gad, Reuben, Issachar, and then somehow those same people, Northern Kingdom, they went down with Hades and got on, called themselves Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and Brazilian, and they somehow rose up to government over all the dark-skinned people in the land. Somehow they got themselves over all those islands down there and the continent of Brazil. Somehow they got in power, right? Because that's saying a lot about black people. Like, we're so dumb. Even all the light-skinned people rise to the top and the black-skinned people stay at the bottom. The dark-skinned Israelites stay on the bottom. Because we know that General Yohana, Guerrilla, and all these other Sakari groups, and they want us to believe that there were no dark-skinned Israelites here. They were only mulattoes, right? They were only the light-skinned Israelites here when Columbus, during the transatlantic slave trade, right? That's what they want us to believe. So why wouldn't these mulattoes think, okay, well, since they already are teaching this, all the dark-skinned guys are teaching, hey, we're Judah. My family, my father, they're Native Americans. They are the original Gad. Well, I wouldn't say Gad, but they are some of the original people that was here. We have the story. A lot of black people, they'll tell you my grandma was Native American. Black is coal. A lot of the explorers say that they saw black people. But the mulatto people of this land who are teaching with the Israelites now, they'll go find books from somebody wrote saying, no, it was only light-skinned to white-skinned people here when they got here. 18 books written in the 1800s. They might put a date on it saying 16 or 17. Yeah, those people, that's when they started developing the 5 civilized tribes. That's why those books were written, right? So it fits along with their narrative. If they want to take this land and cut us off from being a people, then they can't give us our true identity back by saying, yeah, it was dark-skinned people here when we got here. This is their land. No, they created a people to keep us from being the people. Okay? So, flip back over here and look at this video. First, let me read this. Matthew 13:25. But while men slept, what that mean? While we was cut off from being a people in our minds, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat. What's the tare? That's the seed of the enemy. Who was in charge to do this in America? The Europeans. Okay? So the tare are of European bloodline, right? Okay, we got it. Sowed tare among the wheat and went his way. That kills the theory that, oh, they were in captivity with us, they were in poverty with us, so they got to be Israelites. No. It says that the enemy left his bloodline descendants with the Israelites to suffer with the Israelites. General Yohanan, Sakari. You're gathering up the tare. I'm just put it like that for right now. So why is Jesus telling us, we know he told us don't try to dig them up and say, you'll mess up. You'll mess up trying to say who's an Israelite, who's not, because it's according to bloodline, right? And a lot of our people, you can't tell the difference it's just by the color of their skin. So to us, this color of the wheat and the tare is similar when you're dealing with mulattoes. Their color is so similar, you sometimes can't say, well, no, she's an Israelite, he's a Edomite. You can't tell those people. We can tell, like Whoopi Goldberg said, we can tell white people from black people. We know, you can look us in the face, but you can't tell the difference between the tare, right? And so, this told us for a reason that this Shabaka would happen to us for a reason. He didn't just put it in there for no reason. Because everybody that knows anything about growing a garden, you can't allow the wheat to grow along with, the weeds to grow along with your crop. Why? Because they will be in opposition with your crop. They will be fighting, Esau and Jacob, fighting to get the nutrients. The weeds they grow faster than regular crop. So they're going to suck up more nutrients to try to kill the crop so they can have the ground for themselves. So that's what Christ was telling us, that there's going to be people that grow up with us that's going to be contending for our for our place on the earth, for our food sources and resources. The crumbs from the table of the wicked, they were going to be his bastard children were going to be contending, because this, like Wisdom of Solomon said, the wicked said, this is not our turn. The Israelites, this is not your turn. This is not your turn. We're in captivity. And so they are pissed because they are lighter than us. They know they are the bloodline of the Edomites, and they know that we have turned that kingdom down. So they are so close to us, close enough to where they can contend with us for the Edomites, and the Edomites set them there. The Edomites set them there. Remember verse 25. He set them there. He placed them in the same crop. He came and sowed his seed among us so they could contend in behalf of white supremacy. And we'll see it right here in this video. Watch.
Yeah, and he conquered it, and that's why it came back to life.
Hey, let's go ahead and get that revelation, because there is nowhere to be extinct.
Yeah, and you can conquer it, just like Jesus.
How you gonna conquer it?
You wake the fuck up, I don't know how he did it. He talked to God every day, that's how he did it.
This is Proverbs chapter 9:13. A foolish woman is clever. A foolish what?
A foolish woman is clever.
Since you need on your own understanding.
That's right.
Here's America, like, just calling women foolish, and we just like...
You is.
They come and put the white man wrong for you.
A white man.
Yeah.
Now she's saying the book, see, you gotta listen to people. Like the brother just said, when you make a female mad and get her in her feelings, she gonna tell you the truth then. Her real thing is she don't believe in the Bible, and that's what she's trying to discredit, is that book.
Okay, if it's a white man foot, they're gonna get revelation 13.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Look at her expressions. Oh, wait, I didn't stop them from reading that Bible. So when they start reading again, I got to sound and stop it from being heard. I stop my ears, I don't listen, and I do just like at Stephen Stoney. You cause interference. You run interference so the word cannot come out. They're adamant at that. They don't want the word to come out. They know that we are taping, we're video recording this, and we're proving the lie wrong. We're proving the lie to be a lie. She knows this. They are really smart and intelligent. They're set in place to do this.
Saying God wasn't black.
Bring it out.
I'm saying a white man wrote that.
He did. You
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
See, right? She's pretending that she's on our side. She's pretending that she's an Israelite, part of the wheat culture, when she's telling you can't believe in the truth, the thing that's making you mentally well again, helping you to synthesize your thoughts by putting in your ear the truth. And that's the only way the Holy Spirit can really, he said, whatsoever I have said unto you, I will rightly divide that truth in you. Bring it back to you and rightly divide the truth in you. If you can't hear the truth, then the Holy Spirit has nothing to go on. All right, and these devils know that, right?
Yeah, bring it out.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9.
Look at the expression. Oh, shoot, he reading the Bible again. See, look, she came up with her shirt open. Who is this guy with her? Are they paying them? Why are they so intense that they stop this gathering here? She's going to tell you in a minute. She's going to tell you in a minute. I'm going to show you. Don't miss it. I won't let you miss it. She insists that this Bible, she don't want to hear it, right? Okay. Look at her face. That's the truth she's listening to. But for some reason, she thinks it's not benefiting her. Let's keep listening.
Who led a race of people into captivity, man?
She said she don't know now, right? See how she playing gaslight? All of our black women will do this. If they are Christians, or if there is some underlying reason why they don't want that truth to come out. People love darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil. That's the only reason. Why wouldn't you want these godly men to come back up and rule the world? You barely eating. Look at the way you dressing. You barely eating. He left you in the ghetto with the iggers. He left you with the iggers. Your father left you with the iggers to suffer persecution with the iggers. You tear. Look at her eyes, man. Wait. Okay.
Bring it out.
I'm saying a white man wrote that.
He did? You
Yeah,
sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Why is he saying that?
Yeah, bring it out.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9.
Look, she turned her head. She couldn't stand it. Didn't the wisdom of Solomon tell you that? It disgusted them to look at us. They can't stand to look at us. All that Bible, because why? We look like God. We're in his image. She can't stand it. The devil cannot stand to look at us. And when she turned her head, she's closing her ears. Didn't they do that at Stephen stoning? Didn't they close their ears and make noise so they didn't have to hear the word? Because the word was compelling them, was pulling them into the truth. And the devil don't like the truth. Let's go. Look, she turned her head all the way around. She turned her head all the way around to see what else she could use to take her attention off of hearing what these brothers were saying.
And lead it into captivity.
Look at her face right there. That's disgust. The truth is a pleasant thing. That's why Jesus said, he that have ears, he know that people were going to stop their ears up and they were going to hate to hear the truth. Look at her face. The truth should bring happiness to her. The word of God, the true God, should bring happiness to you, right? It brought her disgust. She's disgusted to hear the truth. Let's go.
Who led a race of people into captivity, man?
Now she don't know the history of her own country. That's a lie. She would not be fighting so hard for it if she did not know it. She know the history that conquistadors came over and whited them out and conquered and made them assimilate and be their slaves. She don't remember it. She's going to tell you in a minute. She's going to tell you real soon. And I want you to hear this. Don't leave. She says she don't know. That's a lie.
People are slave ships, man.
I know women like Esther took people out of that shit.
She said she didn't know. But now she's saying, I know women like Esther exited people out of slavery. See, for women, they give you an indication that what her sin is. What her sin is, right? Women did this. Women are bringing slavery off the men. Y'all gonna have to honor us and be our slaves, is what they're thinking. If we can make these niggas bow down, ain't that the same thing Eve had in her heart? Ain't that one of the curses and one of the things, the commandments God gave the woman, that she should be subject to her husband and be concerned about him, follow him, but instead having all evil women try to make the man bow down and follow them. And they use the power of the UCC codes and the wicked devils who run the earth and the wicked pastor. They try to get you to go to the church and be under their pastor, subject to their pastor, mean you subject to them, right? Let's look.
Extra people out that shit.
I'm talking who as a nation.
I know Aaron, what was Aaron's sister's name?
I'm not talking.
Now see how slick she trying to be? Why would she go to Moses and Aaron? Cause she's slick, man. Somebody said her, man. I wouldn't doubt if this wasn't COINTELPRO. They getting paid to do this. CIA, FBI, right? They paying her just like they paying that Yaju dude to say he's Jesus and all the rest of them. Volcom Malone, all of them people, man. All the Baptists and evangelical preachers, they are getting paid. Look up the secret treaty of Verona. It's easy. Look it up and read it. Every agency, every group that will stand between white supremacists and these niggas that's waking up and gaslight them, do whatever they can, confront the doctrine, confound the men that's trying to wake our mentally ill Christians up, our mentally ill Israelites up to the truth. Who has bewitched you? They are trying to put them back to sleep. And she knows exactly that Bible. They have sit her down and told her the parts of the Bible that's detrimental to Babylon, that's causing Babylon to crumble and fall. And she jumps on every point. She tried to take them back to the Israelites being brought out of Egypt. She trying to say nobody even were talking about that. We were talking about this new exodus to exit the jurisdiction of the United States. In other words, your Declaration of Independence, General Johanna and all your silly men that did that little silly skit. They did a little silly skit, man. I'm like, these dudes, man. You know, and I'm still with all our groups, man. I'm still with everybody. I help. I give everybody donations. They won't give me a thumb up because I don't care. God takes care of me. That's why I can be number one to say God will put money in your pocket and stop, and where you can be a blessing to everybody around you. Okay? I don't have to use those silly little skits about what is it? Declaration, that little Declaration of Independence skit they did Monday. I just laugh, man, because I like these guys are so, you know what I mean, so docile that they will not stop eating from the crumbs from the master's table. Okay, let's keep watching.
They left their people out of slavery. Yeah, they did.
She know what you're talking about. She know what you're talking about. She was sent. She's a plant, man. And most of these people are agents. And why do they feel they have to fight so hard? Why? She's going to tell you that in a minute, and I'm going to end it right there. She's going to tell you that in a minute, why they have to fight so hard to stop us from bringing white supremacy lie down. Let's keep watching.
All over the place. That's right.
She know what that means. See, that's the same look Yaju gives when we catch him in his deception. That same look, a little laugh, and then try to hurry up and cut it off because you've been caught. We know what you're doing. That means they know God knows because they think we dumb. So when we get the message from God to reveal to them their spirit, then they laugh. The same way if you go to a psychiatrist, you'll be talking all of this shit. But when he look at you and say, why you hate your mother so bad? You look at him like, damn, how do you know that? Or why you hate, I didn't raised by my mother. Well, why you hate authority so bad? Because authority did you bad. And you wonder, how in the hell does this die? No, it's just he know how the human brain works. We shape our personality and our thought by our early mentors. By the age of 6 years old, we are the people who we're going to grow up to try to confirm all through life. Unless we are taught another way of thinking. So the people who start off teaching us, they're going to help us develop our personality and character by the age of 6 years old. That's why people think, oh, I was always a homosexual. I was born like this. Or if you don't get in a psychopath's head when he's young, then he's going to grow up to be a better and better wicked psychopath. Whatever you make in your mind, that's why pedophiles start on little children. Because they know that if they get that little child to reach a climax at a young age, then he will think development in his head will teach him he or she to think that that's the only way to get it done. At a young age when they shouldn't even be thinking about it. It's a mental illness. And I'm going to show you that too. It's a mental illness. Gender confusion is a mental illness. It's never been proven that, they took it out of the diagnosis book, but it's never been proven by evidence or by research why they took that out. Gender confusion is a mental illness. So let's go ahead. We know what she's talking about, right? Look at that look on her face.
What nation of people that all people who put us into
Yeah. So that's
Look, she is synthesizing her thoughts. She not listening to him to the point to where she wants to hear the truth. She's listening to his next point that he's making to gather her thoughts from memory. They rehearsed it to where she can confound his thought, right? The Bible. He's not reading now. He, a little bit at a time, but you should read it all out there so they, let them be confounded. Read that Bible and stop breaking it up, and then go back and give your commentary and explain the word after they hear it the first time. Read it first, then read it again, and go back and break it down.
Thank you. So let's go ahead and read this out.
He that leadeth into captivity
shall go in the
She already knew what that was saying. See how she started scratching her head and raising her hat? Now where do I go from here? I know what they got to say. Now what was I supposed to say to confound, to debunk that scripture? Let's go.
captivity. Shall go into captivity.
See, she started talking before it was over. She's not listening. She's stopping her ears.
If they led a person into captivity, they got to go into captivity.
Our family fought it.
Sister, let's stay on subject.
Other countries, they talk about the Holocaust.
he that killeth
Hey, get your face back. Let's stay our home thing.
That's right.
Slow down, man.
See, so she's trying, where does she get these talking points, man? She's trying to compare what they call the Holocaust, the Holocaust. She's trying to compare that with 500 years of slavery. Somebody that's hearing this for the first time, they don't have that much rebuttal. Somebody has paid her and trained her and conditioned her to come out here to stop her ears and to keep offering these rebuttals because they think they are desperate. They think that's the only way if they can stop people around them from hearing the truth. So their crafty counsel is still to cut us off from being a nation. Remember, that's the crafty counsel. Cut us off from being a nation, they stay in power.
Because do you think they the real truth or we the real truth? Are they the real truth or we the real truth?
Tens of millions of natives.
All over
he
the
that killeth with the sword must
Be killed with the sword.
Look, see, hate that. They hate that prophecy right there. He the killer with. So that means they know that the Bible is saying they got to pay for their sins. They got to pay. You got to pay. It's going to be hell to tell the captain. And you see how depressed she got? She heard that. And she knew the verse already. It ain't the fact that they won't let her just keep rambling off. It's the fact that those scriptures is going into her ears and she's being convicted. So I'm thinking she's an Israelite, or she could be just a shameful devil. Let's see.
Must be killed with the sword.
Look at her face. Look at her face. Oh, that don't mean nothing. What's that mean? That don't mean nothing. I'm trusting in our government to destroy you. Donald Trump will be in there in a minute. What that mean? You ain't gaslighting me. That didn't affect me at all. See her? She tried to make her face plain and expressionless. Like, that didn't faze me at all. That don't faze me at all. Those scriptures do faze you. They're going to make you shame. They're going to convict you. They're indicting you. And they're reading to you your history, your future in this country, you tear.
That's right. That's right. He gonna serve us one day. It matters.
You see? You see what she's saying? This ain't the point I'm going to quit at yet. It's going to get better. She's saying, what does it matter? She's building this point up. This is another section that the CIA, FBI, all the council of crafty councils, you got to debunk these points. And these points will stop, at least give us a little more time to shred the country, to shred the earth of all its resources so we can go somewhere. Where y'all gonna go? We can go somewhere and live apart from these, and let what happen, let the nukes blow up and we'll run underground or we'll run out there in the ocean in the boats. We got nukes on our boats and submarines and, watch her.
You think God loves everybody?
I think that both
You think God
I
loves
think
everybody?
acknowledging color
You think God
sets
loves
us
everybody?
back.
Do you think God loves everybody?
I know it's
Do you think God loves everybody?
You hear what she said? Let me go back.
The so-called white man, he keeps straight off the face. That's right. That's right. He gonna serve us one day. It matters. You think God loves everybody?
I think that both
Do you think God
I
loves
think
everybody?
acknowledging color
Do you think God
sets
loves
us
everybody?
back.
You hear what she said? I think
Must be killed with the sword. Must be killed with the sword.
The so-called white man, he keeps straight off the face.
That's right. That's right.
He gonna serve us one day. It matters. You think God loves everybody?
I think that both
Do you think God
I
loves
think
everybody?
acknowledging color
Do you think God
sets
loves
us
everybody?
back.
she said color sets us back. Did you hear what she said? She said color sets us back. When you bring out the true identity that the Israelites were brown and light brown and dark brown, color sets us back. Who's the us she talking about? She's talking about the Tear and the Edomites. Our color sets them back, not us. She's not talking about us. She's talking about her people, the people who she's representing right now. To know who we are and the true color of the Israelites sets them back. I'm going to end it right there. She says it a couple of more times. Go look at it. And you notice that's something that all of those people who try to say, let's all get along, they're light-skinned people, or they are in evil contracts with the Edomites, black people, Israelites that are in contract with them, whether it be through marriage or job or getting paid, yaju, from the CIA, the government that be in power, the people who General Yohana and his people, and Sakari, and some Israelites teach, some purple people. If you push them to it, you hold their feet to the fire. They'll tell you that the Afro people are the original people. But these people, the groups I just named, they are with the Tear. They are evil Negroes. Now, I don't know what God gonna do with them. I'm not saying destroy them like a lot of people say, get T.D. Jakes and all that. I'm not saying. I don't have a hell to put them in. They might wait at the last minute because it don't take much. It don't take a long time for you to wake up. You can wake up in a moment and say, hey, these Israelites were right. Forgive me, God. And you could be caught up. It's up to God who get delivered. But these people were set here to be an opposition, the greatest opposition. That's why Joe Biden, Trump's not going to move them out. They always move a big group population of Edomites in because they stand between the jurisdiction of that government and us. We got to fight them first, in other words. We have to contend with these people first, the people, the regular citizens, right? And if they are standing up there in our ball caps and clothes and our design and looking like Negroes, looking like us, then it'd be hard. It's hard for our people to push them to the side and say, hey, y'all stand over there, y'all can't infiltrate with us. Because all y'all doing, like, notice that group, San Francisco, Sakari. Now they are so bold, they are pulling out books showing, trying to say that all the people that was here when Columbus got here were light-skinned people. Because they have white mothers. Probably some of them have white fathers. They are infiltrating us. And that's causing that mental illness, the veil, to stay on our people's eyes. So we got to learn, when they come up like this brother's doing a wonderful job, man. I love the battle axe. He could end it a lot faster, but according to the Most High, maybe it's meant to drag on so people can get a chance to see him debunk her over and over and see her personality. This is beautiful to see the attitude and personality of the wicked terror, so we can understand and know who they are. Didn't the Bible say know the weapons of your enemy? We should not be ignorant of Satan's weapons or his warfare tactics. So that's why we're doing this. And that's why we call out our brothers, General Yohanan and his group, because they gathering up all the wheat and the tare. You don't have to gather them up. Let them come. And if they keeping the laws and commandments, that's all you can ask. But you cannot tell publicly that all the light-skinned people are the wheat or Israel. You can't. You got to judge them by the fruit they bear. That's what you should be saying. You should make this thing plain like I'm making it plain. All right? So all praises to the Most High.
Must be killed with the sword. Must be killed with the sword. That's right. That's right.
I think that acknowledging color sets us back. I know.
It sets us back. It sets them back. Acknowledgement, etymology of the color of the people of Israel sets them back. And how the hell is it going to set us back? Yeah. How the hell our identity is going to set us back? It's going to stop us from assimilating with them. It's going to stop us from agreeing to their jurisdiction. It's going to stop us from accepting the crumbs from under their table. It's going to force us to gather up in happiness, to gather up and say we declare we're independent from Declaration of Independence. We declare independence from you wicked nation. That's what the Declaration of Independence is, General Yohana. I saw that little silly skit your little silly men done. I would never follow you into silliness like this. But I know you're a good group and you out there basically, and God is going to change y'all, man. All right? He's going to change you, men, and raise up some leaders that's going to understand what this thing is and how the truth, it is important to tell the truth. All praises to the Most High.